Hey there, this is Andrea Theojohn, the 40-year-old bride, here to bring you the very best tips that I know of for dating, getting engaged, getting married in your 40s. So I met my current husband, we've been married 3 years now, can't even believe it, in my mid 30s. And it really took till my 40th year, which I was so dreading. And you know what, like now that I've been through it, it's not the end of the world. I just did not want to be that woman that got married at 40 or older. It's just society pressure and blah, blah, blah. However, been there, done that. And if you're in that boat, mid 30s ladies looking at 40 like, oh no, what have I been doing with my life? Because you've been so busy with your career and so driven and so ambitious and you don't want to settle and all the things. Trust me, I'm your girl. I get it. Okay. So today I want to talk to you about Valentine's. So if you are in single world and or you're sort of dating someone, but you're like, oh, or maybe you're dating a couple people, or you're just a single person, you're free, you have options, which is even better. You're just like, I just need to choose who's the right person for Valentine's. This is not a video about choosing the right person, okay? If that's your problem, we could talk about that in another video. This is for my singles who are like, I would really love to go on a beautiful romantic date, in a perfect world with somebody who loves me. But if you're single and it's end of January, guess what? It's not happening. But you can go on a really fun, not super expectations, fun date for Valentine's, okay? So if that's you, that's what this is for. And I'm going to give you some tips on like how to find someone that you can feasibly have a Valentine's dinner with. And guess what? Even if it's not Valentine's dinner and you don't find somebody in time, I highly encourage you to do Galentine's with your girlfriends and or do a self-care day because you should love yourself always. All right, so I can't even believe I'm doing these podcasts, but I am. I stopped for a while because life is busy. I'm a business owner, business always comes first. However, I'm here for the tips. And so if this is helpful for you and you want to see more of this, let me know. If not, I will not be pressed to do these. Okay? All right. So my 4 tips for finding someone in time for Valentine's. Number 1, we have to have an open mind. I cannot stress this enough. So many of my single girlfriends are single. We are single because we're so picky, right? We're so picky. We have so many demands of a person, a guy or a woman or whomever you're interested in. When I say guy on this, just please insert your gender type that you're interested in, okay? Whatever that is, transgender, whatever you're into, okay? I'm going to say guy because that's what I'm into. So keep an open mind. I hear this so much, and I've lived in a lot of cities. I've lived in Atlanta, Tallahassee, Columbia, South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, Irma, South Carolina, the UK and Scotland. My parents are in Alabama. I have people in LA and DC now and all this. So trust me, I've been in a lot of cities and lived in a lot of cities. And I promise you, it's the same message everywhere. I hear it literally everywhere. There's no good men in this city. And not only men are saying that, not only women are saying that, the men say it too. There's no good women in this city. I can't find them. Men have their laundry list of things that are wrong with the women in the city, just like women have their laundry list of things of all the things that are wrong with men in the city. They can't find a good man. They're all taken. They're all married. They're all hoes. They're all this and that and the other, right? And the ones who are left, they're saying, oh, well, these are like the leftovers. They're no good. They don't have good jobs, blah, 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 blah. The women I hear from, and I hear this a lot from girlfriends and such, this is like the typical perfect man list, okay? Your list will vary, but it's usually something like this. He's got to be taller than them, ideally tall, deep voice helps. He's college educated, loves Jesus, loves God, Christian and or insert your faith, loves their mother, but not a mama's boy, is fit, is healthy, never been married, never had kids, typical list. Genteel, la 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 la. You can just go on and on. There's 100 items you can add to this list, right? And here's the thing, ladies, especially in our 40s, or we're late 30s, looking at 40, your pool of men are getting to like, they're in their 40s, pushing 50. and depending on your age range that you are open to. And guess what? Life has happened by then. So you yourself may have had kids before, and let's just remember this, ladies, as beautiful and gorgeous and talented and all those things that you are, and business and driven and all these things, you are wonderful and phenomenal. And you are not perfect yourself. So do not be out here looking for perfection. You yourself are not perfection. So I'm not saying lower your standards. I'm saying be a little more realistic. Okay? Be a little more gracious with the guys, just as you are hopefully gracious with yourself and your own imperfections and such. You're just not going to find that 100% person. There is no 100% perfect person. Even Jesus himself was not fully human. Okay? He's a deity. So do not put your man up against a perfection, like your future man. No. They don't exist. It is not real. So just realize if you meet somebody who's like a 60% from everything you can tell, maybe he's a 70%, figure out your threshold that's acceptable for a first date. Like, can you ask yourself this? Can you at least hang out with them well enough to enjoy a first date together? Can you have fun like that? Okay. If the answer is yes, do it. Do it. What can it hurt? If you're going to have a good time, it doesn't mean that you are sparks flying and all the perfect, most romantic first date ever. And you're going to get married. You just know it. Like, that's fairy tale. And you've been on enough dates now to know that doesn't exist. So, but can you have fun? I mean, I think that's the first goal. Like, can you have fun together? If the answer is yes, why not? Make it a fun date. Enjoy yourself. Take a little bit of that pressure off of perfection. Okay? Please do yourself a favor. Number 2, joy. Joy. You need to be able to attract what you want, right? But if you're frazzled and stressed and haggardly and you haven't taken care of yourself and you got way too much work on your brain and you're not thinking and you haven't done enough fun things lately, you are not going to be putting out the energy that you need to attract the guy that you want, person that you want, okay? So I highly, highly encourage you to make a joy list. Make a list of all the things that bring you joy. Truly bring you joy, not the things you think you should say, because this is for you and it needs to work for you. Work for you, okay? So your joy list, things that bring you joy. Okay, I have a list of things, and so I'll just share a few. So literally, it sounds so cliche, but truly a hot sudsy bubble bath, especially right now in the winter, and I'm not pressured and I'm not rushed, and I can just turn on some music and listen and unwind, and I'm not touching my phone or doing anything but having a beautiful, lovely bubble bath with my bath salts and my bubbles and all the things that I love in a bubble bath. Okay, so bubble bath, yes, it brings me joy. Okay, don't judge. And another fun thing, mural hunting. I love a really fun mural hunt. My husband knows this about me. I will literally go Google best murals in whatever city and go try to literally find the street and the corner that they're on, wherever they are, and hunt them down and get my beautiful Instagram photo with them. Okay, mural hunting, so fun. I adore beautiful public art. Okay, and there's that. In nature, getting connected with nature, studies show being out in nature and being connected, getting a good fresh brisk walk in with fresh air is so good for us, and it just has so many wonderful, beautiful properties for us. So a couple things that bring me joy. What brings you joy? Think about it. Real joy that actually you do love to do. Okay, all right, so do some of those things. Polish yourself up, give yourself some little TLC. Why? Because the more that you can fill up your cup, the more attractive you become to your future Mr. Whomever. Okay, so do that, and do not skip that, because I promise you, if you're out here with your corporate face on and all the cares of the world piled on your shoulders, you are attracting nothing fun. Number 3 is availability and visibility. be available and be visible. You need to be where your dream guy is. Like, really think about the facts. Like, where would your dream type of guy, dream type of person, where would they hang out? Like, during the week, weekend, where would they be and why? Like, why would they be there? You know, are they at a sports bar for fun? Are they out in the park with their dog? Are they at the movies? Are they going to see a nephew's basketball game? You know, I get dragged to those. I'm not a sports girl, but you're probably a sports girl, as 99% of America is. So what are they doing? Are they going to a bar at the end of the day because it was a rough day and they just want to drink and to unwind and people watch a bit? Are they people watchers? I am. You know, you can catch me at the airport, people watching. Anywhere, people watching. What are they going to? Are they truly charity people or not so much? Are they going to be at the philanthropic events or no? Are they going to be at the chamber events because they're corporate people? Are they going to be out networking with different industry groups? Because my husband, for example, is an architect. So the only things he really goes to are architect events because he's made to for his job. So, you know, like, really, where would you find him? I have so many friends who they're in business like me, they're entrepreneurs, business owners, and they go to the networking business events, but they're the same ones over and over. They know the people, they've seen them, been there, done that. There's rarely fresh blood that comes through the room. Are you going to find your dream guy there in a audience you know all too well and you've already looked through it all and you haven't just found anything that looks interesting or available? No, you're not. So therefore, you have to get somewhere new. I'm not saying you can't go to your networking events, but don't go there getting all cute and dressed up only to be disappointed because there's, yet again, nobody new there that's interesting. Go where your guy is going to be. Think, where is he going to be? Literally make a list and plan to be there. And the other piece of this is digital. So you got your in real life where you could meet him. You have your digital world where you can meet him. So I do not subscribe to the like eHarmony and dating profile things and all many different, like, what is it now, Bumble or whatever, all these things that you can do that are dating apps and such. I had a bad experience with that one time and it felt a little stalkery and I was like, no, I don't think this world is for me. Truth be told, social media is a little bit like a dating app anyway. So if you play your cards right, you can, through your social media profile, attract the right people. The right people will be in your DMs, not the sleazy people, not the people you have no interest in. But again, you have to think to yourself, what kind of woman is that guy looking for? Hopefully it's a woman like you. But your feed on social media has to reflect that. You know, so for example, if you're a chick who's always, you know, you're a single mom, you're always posting your son. My son this, my son that, he's cute. Ooh, his little cheeks are so adorable, wonderful, great. Ooh, y'all went to the park today and had ice cream. Ooh, he's so cute, that little ice cream on his face. And you got 90 pics of your cute little son on your feed. And we have to struggle to find a picture of you. Where are you, darling? And what do you look like lately? That's really what we want to see. Again, also, children don't have to be the first thing people see. Not that you're trying to hide them. It's just that, are they a little off-putting for your dream guy? Maybe they are. Maybe he's immediately seeing in his face, oh, that's responsibility. Just to go on a date with this chick. We want him to fall in love with you first. If that works, then you fall in love with the kid. Right, wonderful. But the point is, let it be about you, the person, you, the woman. What are your interests? What are the things that bring you joy? Again, this is about attracting the right people to you. So you have to put out the things about you that would be so attractive. This is not about being fake and making up a life that doesn't exist and isn't real and really isn't you. Why? Because we want to be with somebody who authentically appreciates us for who we are and what we truly love. Again, also, social media is a bit of meeting the representatives. So your profile pic We could have a whole conversation about profile pics, but I just want to share that, in the world of AI, and I love a good AI edit and such. I will use it in a minute, but I will only take it so far. I used to be in this phase where I was like, ooh, you can look like a super gorgeous supermodel, like an unreal one almost, with these filters. And some filters are horrible. Like, some people are using some filters that are really, really unbelievably horrendous. Sparkles and little stickers and little hearts and such. And it's just too much going on. Like, a guy wants to see how you are going to look sitting across from the table from him at dinner. Okay, let's start there. So don't make your profile pic so far from reality that by the time he meets you, it's horrible. We could have a whole conversation about bios and pics, but just pay attention and be mindful of the idea of what your feed and profile pics are saying about you, and especially your bio. Like, is your bio off-putting? A lot of women like to do like Jesus loving Christian mom, Jesus, and proud mother of 3, and author, speaker, blah, 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 blah. We get that you love Jesus. Your man may love Jesus. However, he may not be as forward as you. And that literally could be a little much for some people. It's not saying, if he's not Christian, I don't want him anyway. No, that's not what I'm saying. The point is, your feed matters. How you present yourself, what's in your bio. Your bios are very short spaces. Make it attractive to your dream guy. Okay, tell him what you're about, what you're really about in that little bit of space. Don't be overly pretentious. Author, speaker, blah, blah, blah. Great, wonderful. Some of that is for your career. But if you're single, it's definitely for future mister and or future person. Okay, finally, the last issue is fear. So you've done your little research and you've put your thoughts together and you did your joy list and you're getting fulfilled and your cup is full and you're doing joyful things and you're feeling great and wonderful. Okay, and you've done your homework about where your future guy could be hanging out. And you've identified some events and things that you could go to that he could be at, and or identify some places like a bar or sports place, whatever you've come up with. Okay, so everybody's got a little fear. If you're one of those people who are super extroverted and you just love being in people's spaces and this is not a problem for you, you can skip this part. A lot of my friends are not that. They are introverted girls. They hardly go out. And consider this fact. If all you ever do, if your track in life is homework, or homework church, or homework, this particular networking event I always go to where I never meet anyone that I find personally interesting, and then church, and whatever you're doing, all the little paths you normally go to, and you claim nobody is ever there. Guess what? You gotta change up your path. Okay, go somewhere else. Go somewhere new sometimes. But guess what? That's gonna be a little bit hard. Why? Because we feel uncomfortable. We don't know anybody there. We're by ourselves at home if you're single. Church, work, you have your friends at work, you people that you know, you're comfortable there. Networking events you always go to, you know all the people there. But you pick a new event and a new circle to be in and check out, you don't know the people there. You don't know the culture, you don't know the vibe. It can be scary, right? You're like, you'll talk yourself out of it and you won't go. Don't do that. Don't do that. You have to pump yourself up to go anyway. And do not do this. Do not be bringing your girlfriends to these events, okay? Don't bring your girlfriends. Don't bring a girlfriend. Why? That's very tempting because then you have somebody comfortable there that you can hang out with. There's a way to do that where, she can be wing girl and come save you if you look bored or whatever, but you have to force yourself to get out there and start conversations. And also, we could do a whole conversation about walking in a room with confidence and elegance and being noticed without being loud about it. Loud ladies, you have a whole nother thing to deal with. But everybody else, you need to be noticed in a good way. And you need to be able to survey the room so that you can pick your targets ahead of time. And the other part of that is being available when you do get there, you see your target is way over on the other side of the room that you find interesting. Do not be hanging out on the opposite side of the room the whole night hoping he comes your way. Maybe he will, but this is, a lot of women are like, I want him to approach me. I don't want to chase. Nobody wants to chase. I'm saying make yourself available. Be nearby, close enough to hear the conversation, close enough so that if something interesting is said, that you could potentially join the group and chime in and be seen and get a feel for how he is in real life. Okay, so available. This becomes a little tricky. So networking events are a little easier because everyone's there to meet each other. So it's not as hard. If you're at like a bar or some other event that's not networking specific, then you really do have to create the opportunity for a conversation to spark, which means you need to be in closer proximity and or you need to be able to make eye connection. All right, so much can be said about those situations, and all I'm asking you to do is create the space to attract others to you who you want to attract, and also to be available for the conversations. And I guarantee you that you can find your first date in time for Valentine's. Make it no pressure. It doesn't have to be a super pressured Valentine's. Guys today need so much help, especially the ones that have been married before. Oh my gosh, they need so much help. So like, have some grace, and guess what? Like, do what you want for yourself. Like, I never bought flowers for myself until I was married. But he is not a flowers guy. So I buy my flowers that I want for myself now. And guess what? Like, that feels odd at first, but then, you know, we're 40, we're grown. That's what you want. Get what you want. I know it feels better if the guy does it, but sometimes we take this pressure off the guys because they've got a lot going on too. You've got a lot going on. They've got a lot going on. They can't read our minds. Yes, should they have been groomed from childbirth to be the perfect prince and open all doors for you and kiss you romantically exactly the way you like to be kissed and all these things that we expect. That would be so great, but they are not groomed like that. And they are not taught to clean either. That's another story for another day. Okay, my dears, I hope this was so helpful. If you would like to leave a comment, please do. If you're watching this on video, if you're listening to it on podcast, please rate and review us. You can leave a comment there. I love those. And also, I invite you to our 40-Year-Old Bride podcast group on Facebook. So just look up 40-Year-Old Bride, the number 40-Year-Old Bride on Facebook. It's a group. So you can join that and join in on a conversation, and would love to have you there. And that's for people who are dating, trying to get engaged, are engaged, to be married, and or newlyweds. All of the above. You're welcome to come in and join in. Okay, happy Valentine's. Hope you have a good one, and talk to you later.